responsible for all government affairs here at MHIRJ. Talk to us about the pilot shortage that we're seeing as a huge trend in the industry and what impact this is having.
Yeah, certainly. It's definitely having an impact within the industry. It really started about 2 years ago at the beginning of the pandemic. Some of the large airlines decided that in order to save payroll, they would offer early retirements to some of their pilots, their senior pilots. And a number of pilots took that early retirement. Now, as flying is ramping back up again, they're having to replace those pilots. And mostly where they find the replacement is in the regional space. So regional pilots are being taken up to the mainline level, and it's causing a shortage amongst the regional carriers. I think if nothing is done, there certainly could be long-term impacts of this. But that's why we need to, as an industry, look at what the solutions are to get us through this. And there certainly are some solutions to be had, things that the industry can do immediately and for the long term to make sure this isn't a long-term impact for us.
So talk to us in your conversations with government. What are some of the proposed solutions that you're bringing to the table?
So when we talk to government, there are a number of policy elements that they can implement, some that are short-term and some that are long-term. In the short term, what's most important is looking at pilot retirement age. The other thing that could be done is visas for foreign pilots to come in to fill the gap until you can train new pilots in the United States. Long term, what needs to happen is training additional pilots. It's clear there's a shortage of pilots coming into the system, so what you really need to do now is make sure there's appropriate funding for the training of pilots.
So who's part of the conversation right now in terms of dealing with this pilot shortage? Who else are you rattling with you in terms of partners and suppliers?
Yeah, I mean, right now it's really the regional airlines in particular that are discussing this. The Regional Airline Association is involved in this as well. We've recently become engaged trying to discuss solutions that need to be implemented, but I really think all of the suppliers that supply the regional industry, all of the service providers, the maintenance and repair shops, everyone needs to be a part of the solution to make sure this workforce issue is solved.